I accidentally skipped the Minecrawler blade removal
Nothing to plunder.
conversation.
Nothing to be had there.
But that's okay. Let's get
Nothing to be had there.
the sun Aloe. The sun Aloe for Sagitta. So I can complete that quest and learn how to create permanent dexterity potions, because I still need to get to 200 dex. It's not the most, but it will be much appreciated. Or I can learn how to create permanent strength potions and get my strength to 120 through that regard, because the 120 strength is all I need. Dexterity, I only want a bonus for that, because, you know, it's my main build. It is my main target. Strength is an optional target, and dexterity is for this guy the main one. Now with the paladin, strength is a majority one. You know, strength is the main focus one, but that's for the second or third part, depending on what people want to see as the second part of the Gothic playthrough. Will they want to see, you know, Path of Innos, or do they want to see Path of Bowyer? You know, that's what the viewers to decide, but after I beat the series in general, so that I at least beat it, the game, oh, god damn it, once, you know, the series, I mean, once out of the 3 parts. Eventually, all 3 parts will be done when it comes to Gothic, but it takes time, and as soon as people are going to request it, I will have the opportunity and the time to do different games. You know, it might also be that I will play certain games. Hey Plactic, and hey General, what is up guys? What is up brothers? But it could also be, you know, that eventually I will play some emulator games. It's boring, you know, emulator games, but at least that way I can play Ocarina of Time, or at least that way I can play Majora's Mask, or at least that way, you know, I can play some Mario Party, or Super Mario 64, or Conquer Bad for Days, you know. All those geniuses games from the N64 or the GameCube or the Wii or the Wii U, because I currently don't have the money to purchase, 1, the console, and 2, a capture card for my PC, so I can, you know, capture them and stream them. But I first stick with, you know, the fun games which I currently have on Steam. You know, Gothic, Risen, Oceanhorn, Fears. I don't think I have Fear 1, but, you know, if that is the case, you know, let's say I will start playing Fear. But due to the fact that I do not have Fear 1, you know, I will first play Fear 2. Not that I want to, but because I can't, I don't have the game original. I don't have Fear 1 original on Steam. I'm not quite sure if I have Fear 1 or don't have Fear 1 legitimate on Steam. I don't think that I do have Fear 1, but I do have Fear 2 and Fear 3 without a doubt. Hey Gabriel9, welcome brother. Welcome to my stream, mate. But eventually, you know, the more games that I can play, the more fun for me, and the higher the opportunity and the higher the chance of getting a paid job out of it. You know, whether I will earn 100 euros a month, or 500 euros a month, or even 50,000 euros a month, you know, it will get me, you know, it will get on my resume as I'm working. I'm not sitting doing home doing nothing, according to the government, you know. I'm currently getting paychecks from the government, and I'm not glad about it, you know. But I do want to do something which is fun for myself to do, you know. And gaming is that what I want to do. Because I love to play games. I play tons and tons of games on a daily basis. Whether it's League of Legends, Dota, or some GTAs or whatever. You know, I play lots of games. Because I love games in general. some games I don't like, some games I do like, but even eventually, the games that I do not like will get done, due to the fact that eventually the games that I do like will end up as completed, you know. So we'll see, you know, we'll see where the future will bring us. For now, we'll focus on Risen and Gothic, and once those series have been completed, I will go to, I don't know, Fear, or The Last Remnant, or GTA, or Need for Speed, depending on all the games that I currently have on Steam, you know, because I want to get approvals from the developers to use their games to make a living out of it, you know, to earn money, to I can just call you Gabriel. Well, that's okay, mate. I will call you Gabriel then. Welcome, Gabriel. Do you mean before streaming that? If that is the case, then yes, I beat it all the Gothic games. All of it. Multiple times. More than 3 paths. More than 3 times on each path of each of the Gothic games. All Gothic games has about 3 paths. So 9 times the 3 paths in each Gothic games, at least. I think even more. But I did beat Gothic 1, I did beat Gothic 2 on all 3 paths, Gothic 3, Gothic 4, including Forsaken Gods, by the way, which is, you know, the game between Gothic 3 and Gothic 4. I beat them all on all 3 paths. All of them. And I love it. You know, I'm not really a big fan of Gothic 4, because it only took me 10 hours through my first playthrough that I ever played the Gothic game, the Gothic 4 game, to complete Gothic 4. 10 hours. While Gothic 1 cost me about 50 hours the first time, if not more. You know, Gothic 2 way more than 100 hours. Gothic 3 the first time took me about 200 to 300, maybe even 400 hours of gameplay. So 10 hours in Gothic 4 was rather disappointing. Now it could be that I rushed through the game the first time, I'm not quite sure. But Gothic 4 is one of the only games. Yeah, each class, each path, you know, like Gothic 1, the militia, no, not the militia, old camp, new camp, sect camp. Those are classes, you know, I prefer them to call them paths. And Gothic 2, militia, paladin, dragon hunter, mercenary. Actually the other way around, but that's okay, you know, and
Nothing to be had there.
novice and mage of the fire mage, magician. Gothic 3, rebels, Hashashin, human orc mercenaries. Gothic 4, Innos, Adanos, or Bowyer. I did beat them, all of them, you know, but Gothic 4 is the only game where I'm not sure if I beat it all 3 paths. It's the only game where I'm not sure did I or did I not complete all 3 paths there. I think I did, you know, but I used to downloaded it, you know, I couldn't afford the game back then, so I downloaded it. But Gothic 4 was, you know, one of the disappointments of the Gothic series. However, that does not mean that I will not stream it. You know, I will stream it because it belongs to the series, whether I like it or not. I will not be like those on YouTube, you know, we'll have a Gothic 3 Let's Play, but no Gothic 1 nor Gothic 2 or Gothic 4, because they don't know Gothic 1, or because they don't know Gothic 2, or they didn't like them, who knows, you know. Or I will not either be someone that says, you know, I'm not gonna do Forsaken Gods because I just hate the game. I'm not gonna do Gothic 4 because I didn't like it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do them no matter what, you know, because they still belong to the series. Same with Risen. I had never beaten Risen 3 before, and I'm not even sure if I will like the game. you know. But because I'm already have completed Risen 1, first of the 3 paths, which I had to redo, I already beat it all 3 paths, but you know, that's before my YouTube. Yeah, exactly, but that's because, you know, the gamers of today are looking at games graphically. Then judging games by the graphics and not by the gameplay. And to me, it is all about the gameplay. You can have a very beautiful game, but if your game is rubbish in contents of the game, nor your game is rubbish in the gameplay itself, you know, I will still say that the game is rubbish, whether you have damn good graphic game or not. Because the game is not about the graphics, about the looks, you know. It's about the environment, it's about the feeling of the game, it's about the in-game lore, and that is one of the reasons. And even though Gothic will not get me that much views, is one of the reasons why I will get Gothic completed for my YouTube channel through Twitch. Already beat it Gothic 1 and Gothic 2 on all 3 paths, but then my YouTube channel got hacked. But you know, I'm still redoing it because I can, you know. Just give me a second, guys. I need myself something to drink. So give me like 5 minutes. 9 viewers. Well, I also need my phone charger. Well, let me get me something to drink, and then I will continue. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm still curious what happened with the nameless hero. You mean after Gothic 4? Well, I can tell you. And I think from the personal perspective, now Gothic 5 will never be released. I think, no doubt about it. But what I think happened to the character, or is going to happen to the character, if there ever will be a Gothic 5, maybe Elixir will make that connection. Who knows? You know, it is from the same makers of the Risen series and the same makers of the Gothic series, so maybe they will make that connection there, who knows? But I think that the hero of Gothic 4 will eventually turn about as the same as the hero of Gothic 1 to 3. And what do I mean by that? King Robar II became king of Murtana. When she beated the game, after beating Gothic 3 Forsaken Gods, the hero that you played became the king in Gothic 4, a Mad King. You know, nothing but war, bloodshed, corruption and control. And I think, you know, the guy in Gothic 4 will have the same fate. However, it is all speculation, you know. But the reason in the first place why the hero of Gothic 1, Gothic 2 and Gothic 3 became a Mad King was because no matter what he did, he defeated the Sleeper, he defeated the Undead Dragon against all odds, you know, he defeated critters of ancient beings against all odds, the Sleeper, the Undead Dragon, and eventually he killed the king, killed the leader of the Shishin, Zubin, and the leader of the Orcs, Khan. But in the end, no matter what path he chose. You know, no matter. Yes, and exactly. And that's where the... So you already know the fact that this guy becomes, let's say, King Robar the Third, right? The hero that is in Gothic 4 is, in my opinion, the bastard son, or a son at any rate, of the Mad King of King Robar the Third. Just like this guy has some connections, rather it's family connections or blood-related, blood-related connections to King Robar the Second. Because you can't become a king out of nothing. You have to have the support of humanity that serves your island, your country, But from what I can remember in Gothic 4, the ending was the fourth god. I'm not quite sure what the fourth god was called, but it was certainly not Innos, it was certainly not Adanos, and it was certainly not... Did who die? King Robar the Third?
Nothing to be had there.
I can't recall that the player had to defeat the king. I can't recall that fact. Where's my sound, by the way? Oh, there it is. No. The ancient creature in Gothic 4 has nothing to do with Bowyer. It has nothing to do with Innos, and it has nothing to do with Adanos. It was some sort of a fourth god. Maybe I have to replay Gothic 4 again to reconnect those dots. But Bowyer is unlike Innos. Innos and Bowyer are, according to the in-game lore, brothers who fight for power. Bowyer is well versed in the arts of black magic. Magic to summon creatures, to aid creatures, but it does not make him a bad god, Innos has the power to summon meteors, fire rain, to heal himself by purification or some sort of a ritual, but is also not a bad god. The reason why they made the connections with Innos, Adanos and Bowyer was because of the mages. The Fire Mages are the lowest of the three. Why do I mean that? The Fire Mages are the first circle born from the magical circles of the realm, way before Gothic 1 starts, and way before, the story about the three gods begins. Because like every tale, men become gods for their deeds. Bowyer and Innos were brothers. Innos became Innos and the god of light and justice because of the good things that he did, or had done. I'm not quite sure what he did, but he did some good things and became the good god, the good god. Bowyer became the bad god due to the fact of his unnatural things, summoning demons, summoning skeletons, summoning creatures from the realms of the undead. The magic of the forbidden, the magic of the unknown. Yes, this is Night of the Raven. Isn't that noted in my Twitch? I think it is, but if it isn't, then I have to adjust that, because I think I did that already a couple of times, but
nothing there.
But yes, this is a Night of the Raven, or like the German would say, der Nacht des Raben, but this is indeed with Night of the Raven. After this one in particular, I would go to Risen 2. Due to the fact I already completed Risen 1, but didn't continue to Risen 2 because of the timestamps that I'm making for my YouTube channel. So after Gothic 2 completed, I would go to Risen 2, complete that on one of the 3 paths, go to Risen 3, beat that one of the 3 paths if my PC can handle it when it comes to streaming, playing a game, and streaming simultaneously. I honestly doubt it, but that remains to be seen. And if not, then I will keep Risen 3 for later on, but eventually I will still do it. Once that has been taken care of, I will also beat Gothic 3, Gothic 3 Forsaken Gods, Gothic 4, and then go to a different game like Fear, The Last Remnant, Age of Empires, Prince of Persia's, Need for Speeds, Call of Duties, although I don't think I have Call of Duties currently legitimate on Steam, but in the end I will do as many games as possible. I will start with the low end games because my PC is not that great. My PC can't handle the games of the day in combination with streaming, But that's because I have to upgrade my PC. And I don't have the money for that, which is too bad, but it's true, and eventually I will have the money for it, whether I get it paid by, by viewers on YouTube or by subscribers on Twitch. Eventually, I will be able to upgrade my PC and then go to the more high-end games like Witcher 3, what are the other high-end games? GTA 5, Elix, that one my PC can most definitely not handle in combination. Most definitely not. I'm even sure that my PC can't handle Elix at all. Because I went to the Steam store and checked the requirements for Elix. And the requirements for minimum to be able to play the game on minimum, you have to have 6 gigabytes of RAM. I have 4, so I have to upgrade my gigabytes from 4 to 6 in order to be able to handle it minimum. But of course I don't want to play it on minimum, I at least want to play it on medium. But on the other hand, graphics is not all that important. So even if I would have to play a game on low, I could do it, but I prefer not to. Medium at least, But my PC can eventually be upgraded to 64 gigabytes of RAM. 64, which is pretty nice, But expensive. Then I need a better video card, which is more expensive. And I'm not gonna use the money which I will eventually get from subscribers that, let's say I have a deal on Twitch, right? People can subscribe to me on Twitch and pay $5 a month to subscribe to my channel. I prefer that people would not do that. I'm not gonna say to people, subscribe to my Twitch channel and pay $5 a month, because $5 a month is expensive. $5 a year, yeah, sure, even then I would subscribe to other people's channels, but $5 a month is expensive, especially if you're not that wealthy. But I will not only use my money once I become big to upgrade my own shit so I can do more content, so I can do more playthroughs, so I can, beat more games, play more high-end games. The reason in the first place that I want to get big is for the community. I want to go to the governments and start here in the Netherlands by saying to the governments of, hey, you guys are in need of jobs. Let me provide you job opportunities by paying people before YouTube or Twitch does by playing video games. as long as the people that I pay upload it to YouTube, timestamp it on YouTube, and if they do not, if they just simply copy paste the description in every video, then I'm not gonna say, you know, you get an extra payment for modification of description. But eventually I will pay people to play games, because I find it outrageous that, you know, YouTube in the early days did pay people beforehand, did help people to become big, because they wanted to be big, you know. Now that they're big, they are not paying people out anymore in advance for their hard work, which is a shame, you know. I'm currently getting nothing for doing this. I had the option to get some money out of it through advertisement on YouTube. Hey XO, what's up man? How have you been doing? I'm doing good. Doing good. Playing a bit of Gothic for like, I don't know, till about 5 AM. It's now 3. And then try to catch up sleep. Even though I have to lie on the couch, but that's fine. You know, as long as I can fall asleep, it's all good. Well, eventually, you know, I will pay people to help me out. I will pay people to do their thing, like playing games, streaming games, uploading them to YouTube, you know, getting unique descriptions and whatnot. Whatever it takes for you as a person, you know, to make it happen on YouTube. I will not pay people that subscribe for subscribe. That's not the way to go. You know, I can, if I wanted to, go to big YouTube channels or beginning YouTube channels and say to them, you know, I will subscribe to you if you subscribe to me. That's not how it works, you know. And nowadays, a lot of people trying to become big in that way. It's not the way to become big, because your minute watched will not match with the number of subscribers that you have. Some subscribers that you did for sub will go to your channel, check out your videos and whatnot. You won 250 euros. Well, that's nice, mate. That's nice. But you can't sleep because of it, and that's weird. Oh man, this drink really looks fucked up. Is it the light? Looks like blackish. Doesn't look that healthy, even though it's syrup. Well, who knows, you know. If I ever get big, you know, it might be possible that I never get big. If that is the case, I will still do this for fun as a hobby. But if I do manage to get big, I will also ask for my community to support me with the timestamps. And I'm gonna search for people, you know, that say, I want to do the timestamps for you, but I can't do it for nothing. And that's okay, that's obvious, you know. Each of my videos are about 30 to 45 minutes, right? If a certain person is going to walk under me and use the same tactic and upload, let's say, an hour video, but they have made timestamps to the accuracy of important conversation, quests, levelings and whatnot, the more accurate your timestamps are, the more likely I will be paying you for that regard as well. So if you have a 1 hour video and I'm big and you have an accurate timestamp, an accurate description without the need of copy pasting it all over again. The stream blocks again. Are you serious? No, it's all running fine with me. Or is it on your phone again, Exo? Well, if it ever will happen, you know, I will pay people for that 1 hour video. I will pay them for 2 hours. Why? If they made the timestamps, they had to rewatch it, which is boring as fuck for about 1 hour video, you will lose about 1 hour or 1.5 hours of, you know, extra time due to the fact you're time stamping it. I will pay so for that 1 hour with an incredibly edited timestamps. I will pay you for 2 hours. If you have a 30 minutes videos which are easier to timestamp to the fullest extent, and more enjoyable for people on YouTube to watch, I will pay you not for 30 minutes but for 1 full hour. If your video is 1 hour or 45 minutes and you have the timestamps, then the video in total will get you paid for 1.5 hours. I'm not gonna pay per hour. I'm gonna pay for per hour, but also for per 30 minutes. You know, so let's say you made a deal with me, you know, for €5 an hour, which is pretty nice, you know, especially if you're doing your thing, we're playing games and whatnot. 30 or €5 an hour, and you upload one video to your YouTube channel, it will give you €5. But if you manage to timestamp it to the fullest extent, it will get you €10, because you done a thoroughly job and you get a bonus. If you completed the series, you know, if you completed the game and all of the videos have very nice timestamps, you will get a bonus. It's all about the bonus. Can't I stream League of Legends? Not at the moment, no. If I try to stream MMOs like League of Legends, it freezes and it lags like a mofo. I think, you know, the internet here can't comprehend with the fact that I'm playing the game and comprehend with the fact that I'm streaming it. And I think it's just too much of a stress for my PC or my internet. But I personally think my PC. But at the current moment, there is no way. Otherwise, you know, I might have streamed a bit of League of Legends here and there, because I regularly play League of Legends. Some days I play lots of League of Legends matches. You know, the last couple of days I played like 20 matches or something like that. You know, but if I could stream it, then I would have. But my PC doesn't seem to be able to handle it, so I can't do that at the moment. But anyways, I have found the Sun Aloe.
Thank you.
Thank
now,
you.
Ask me whatever you want to know about brewing potions.
I'm thinking, shall I?
What potions can you teach me to brew?
Dexterity
Before
or
I
strength?
teach you my art of alchemy, I'm first going to tell you what you need to brew potions. The alchemist's bench serves as the kitchen for brewing potions. You will need an empty laboratory flask in which to store the brewed potion. Then you add the required
we'll see in the long
ingredients
run,
and
you know.
there's your potion. You can learn this knowledge from me, of course.
Elixir of Dexterity. I want to learn that.
Come back once you've had more experience.
Of course. Alright, so let me learn the Essence of Healing.
What?
So,
I only have 9 learning points. The Essence of Mana. Now, I don't really need to learn how to make those, but why not? You know, I'm just now wasting
What
away my learning points. How many? Wait, what? Still got 13.
Hey,
Doesn't matter.
So,
Elixir of Spirit, which is mana, and Elixir of Dexterity. Strength is not in between there, which is a bit weird. But I still got 10 learning points left, almost level up again. And she got my old fire bow. I sold it to her due to the fact that I had used up all the fire arrows. So without the fire arrows, the fire bow is useless. You can equip it, you know, for glorious look.
Heal.
Let
That's not what I wanted to see.
tell me.
You can get it for the glorious flaming look, you know, on your bow, but you can't use it if you don't have the fire arrows. So I just sold it to her, because I can. She has more purpose of it than I do. Do you have goblin berries? No, you do have a king's root, a dragon's root. Let me sell this junk. Got so many junk to sell. What else? I will keep those armors for now, so I can give one away to the guy in Jarkanar. What's that ring? Ring of water. So many shit to sell. And I'm already rich like a badass. I need to keep the skins. Look at my gold, 6,000 gold pieces. I'm still in chapter 1, chapter 2. I want to say chapter 1, but I'm not in chapter 1 anymore. Stone tablets. Archery, I need those for later. Crossbow, I do not need, so I'm gonna use it. Life energy, I do not need.
I can't read that.
Oh,
I can't read that.
you can't read that.
I can't read
So I
that.
can't read 2 yet. One-handed combat, don't need that either. But I'm slowly making my preparations to go to Jarkanar. I'm pretty much ready. I can now deliver the ornaments and such and go to Jarkanar.